We've seen that Matti Rimac, the actual CEO of Bugatti, has made a almost like response video to the last YouTube video I put out on the Bugatti Chiron, which is absolutely mental that the CEO of Bugatti is, one, even watching the videos, and two,
the ultra-luxury car world is about to witness a seismic shift that could rewrite the rules of competition. What does it mean when a leading figure like the CEO of Audi drops a bombshell about Mat Armstrong, effectively signaling the end of the race for Bugatti and Ferrari? This is not just another corporate reshuffle. It's a bold power move with far-reaching consequences for the future of hypercars. In the next few minutes, we'll explore how this announcement cracks open the luxury car universe and why fans and industry insiders are sitting up and taking notice. The biggest announcement yet. When Audi's CEO recently dropped the news about Mat Armstrong, the automotive world didn't just blink, it gasped. This wasn't a routine corporate update. It was a statement signaling a profound realignment in the ultra-luxury car segment. The words hinted at a power shift that could shake the foundations of automotive prestige, calling into question the future of storied brands like Bugatti and Ferrari. Industry watchers immediately sensed this was more than just a personnel move. It was a strategic declaration with global implications. The timing made it all the more explosive. Audi, long a heavyweight in luxury performance vehicles, has been quietly amassing influence across ultra-high-end markets, and the spotlight now shines sharply on the role Mat Armstrong is set to play. The CEO's announcement hinted that Armstrong's return or elevation within the company wasn't just about leadership. It was about challenging the status quo and rewriting the playbook for hypercar dominance. The reverberations were both immediate and widespread among enthusiasts and competitors alike. The automotive media quickly picked up on the subtext. Bugatti, once untouchable as the pinnacle of speed and exclusivity, and Ferrari, the emblem of racing heritage and luxury, suddenly seemed vulnerable. The suggestion that these iconic names were done in their current form struck a nerve. Audi's CEO wasn't merely referring to competition on the road, but was signaling a fight for relevance and technological supremacy in an industry accelerating toward electrification and innovation. Speculation swirled about what this meant for the luxury ecosystem. Had Audi discovered a secret formula through Armstrong's vision? Or was this more a reflection of shifting market demands that traditional powerhouses struggled to meet? The buzz hit fan forums, corporate boardrooms, and investor calls with equal fervor. The announcement planted a seed of curiosity and anticipation that promised more revelations in the near future. Behind the headlines, the strategic subtext was clear. Audi was ready to disrupt. The company's careful approach, often perceived as conservative, was giving way to bold statements and decisive action. Armstrong's new role was to spearhead this transformation and directly confront the giants of a previously untouchable tier. Audi was signaling its intent to not only compete, but to dominate, armed with new leadership and cutting-edge technology. The immediate reaction from Bugatti and Ferrari insiders was guarded silence interlaced with moves to bolster their own innovation pipelines. The threat was tangible. Audi had always been a contender, but now appeared poised to challenge with unmatched vigor. This wasn't just about cars. It was about brand identity, heritage, and the future of luxury automotive engineering. The announcement sparked a sense of urgency rarely seen in this segment. What remained unclear was the full nature of Armstrong's impact and plans. Audi's full strategy was veiled, increasing intrigue. Had the CEO provided only a teaser, leaving the industry to piece together the implications? The ambiguity only deepened the anticipation as stakeholders awaited more concrete details that could confirm or refute the bold claims implicit in the announcement. The attention turned naturally to the man now at the center of it all, Mat Armstrong, and why his influence matters more than ever. Mat Armstrong's rising influence. Mat Armstrong might not be a household name for casual car fans, but within the high-performance automotive world, he's recognized as a transformative force. His career spans decades at some of the most prestigious brands, blending engineering prowess with a visionary approach to car design and brand strategy. Armstrong has earned a reputation as a relentless innovator, someone who can bridge the gap between engineering excellence and market appeal, a rare and valuable combination in the ultra-competitive luxury market. His previous roles have seen him contribute to projects that raise the bar on performance and exclusivity. Known for his focus on driving experience and meticulous attention to detail, Armstrong has influenced vehicles that are not only technological marvels, but also emotionally resonant with enthusiasts. This blend of passion and precision has elevated his profile among industry leaders and made him an influential voice in shaping the future of high-end cars. His association with Audi is long-standing, but has recently gained renewed significance. In the context of this announcement, Armstrong's return or rise within Audi signals more than just a leadership change. It suggests a strategic pivot toward pushing the envelope in electric and hybrid hypercars. His expertise aligns perfectly with Audi's ambitions to outperform competitors through innovation that marries sustainability with extreme performance. Armstrong is widely seen as that sort of leader who kind of really thrives on challenges. You know, someone who treats disruption as a chance instead of a threat, even when it gets messy. His past work on projects that integrate advanced tech into luxury vehicles puts him in that ideal position to steer Audi's push back against the older, more entrenched competitors. Also, he seems to get how consumer tastes are shifting, especially when it comes to electrification and deeper digital integration, which could boost Audi's ability to rethink what a hypercar even means. And his influence isn't only in the engineering lane. Armstrong also carries a real sense of brand stewardship and storytelling, which matters a lot these days, when luxury is increasingly about experience and identity, not just horsepower. That kind of talent becomes important in a practical way. He's positioned to help Audi shape a narrative that actually lands with discerning buyers, the ones who want innovation and legacy side by side, no trade-offs. A few people in the industry hint that Armstrong's job might include reworking collaborations and partnerships that draw on Audi's technological resources, maybe building from lessons learned during earlier efforts. In other words, it could translate into fresh methods for design, production, or customer engagement that allow Audi to stand apart from Ferrari's tradition-heavy magnetism. And Bugatti's, well, record-chasing performance reputation too. As Armstrong's rising influence becomes clearer, it's crucial to consider how Audi's broader strategic plans weave into this bold new chapter. Audi's strategy behind the move. Audi's strategy in recent years has focused sharply on innovation that balances performance with sustainability, a crucial pivot in the modern automotive landscape. The appointment or elevation of Mat Armstrong within the company reflects this deliberate alignment. Audi is clearly preparing to challenge traditional definitions of luxury and speed by investing heavily in new technologies, particularly electrification and advanced materials that can leapfrog competitors like Bugatti and Ferrari. At the heart of Audi's strategy is a commitment to creating vehicles that aren't just fast but also environmentally responsible. As emissions regulations tighten globally and customer preferences shift, Audi aims to lead with hypercars and luxury models that marry performance with green credentials. Armstrong's engineering background and visionary mindset make him an instrumental figure in driving this approach from concept to execution. Audi's investments also emphasize digitalization, connectivity, and customization. These elements reflect a recognition that ultra-luxury consumers now expect bespoke experiences crafted through state-of-the-art technology. By integrating these trends into its hypercar division, Audi hopes to appeal not only to traditional car collectors, but also to new generations of luxury buyers who value innovation as much as heritage. The company's history really shows a willingness to mess with the usual hierarchies in the auto world. With things like the RS line, Audi has kind of shown how you can mix normal day-to-day usability with those high-performance rush moments. Now the newest moves imply Audi wants to carry that same momentum into the ultra-exclusive corner, putting its flag way above the standard luxury yardsticks that Ferrari and Bugatti have been setting. Also, using the Volkswagen Group's huge back pocket of resources matters a lot here. The access to shared underpinnings, research hubs, and newer battery know-how makes the whole process move faster and can cut costs in a way competitors may not easily replicate. In theory, this entire system could help Audi sprint ahead of rivals by delivering powerful yet sustainable hypercars at a scale that others find strangely hard to match. On top of that, it looks like Audi is prepared to lean on Armstrong's leadership to tighten the loop between design, engineering, and marketing. That kind of one-piece approach is important if you want cars that tug at emotions, while also landing impressive technical results. So yes, Audi's models would be more likely to stand out when competition gets intense. Armstrong's ability to connect those different worlds seems to fit that overall direction, almost like a natural match. With the strategic contours of Audi's ambitions taking shape, it's impossible to understand the broader impact without examining the places where this strategy challenges tradition. Bugatti's position and challenges. Bugatti has long been synonymous with the pinnacle of automotive performance and exclusivity, boasting record-breaking speeds and jaw-dropping design. However, beneath this glittering reputation lie growing challenges that threaten its standing in an evolving market. The ultra-luxury hypercar landscape is no longer just about sheer power and top speed. It demands advanced technology, electrification, and sustainability, areas where Bugatti has lagged behind competitors, recently shifting focus. Financially, Bugatti's high development costs and limited production numbers have created pressure on profitability. While its cars remain among the most expensive and alluring, changing emission standards and the shift away from fossil-fueled engines pose serious hurdles for the brand's traditional combustion engine lineup. Bugatti's parent company, Volkswagen Group, has indicated that pivoting toward electric and hybrid technology is essential, but doing so without compromising Bugatti's brand identity is a delicate balance. The brand's legacy models like the Veyron and Chiron have set breathtaking benchmarks, but their technological foundations are increasingly dated compared to the rapid advancements in battery tech and electric motors. Customers demanding hyper-luxury expect innovation not just in performance, but in environmental consciousness and cutting-edge digital integration. Bugatti faces the challenge of evolving while preserving the aura that enthusiasts cherish, a balance that requires visionary leadership and new strategic direction. The recent announcement involving Mat Armstrong at Audi indirectly highlights Bugatti's need for reinvention. Armstrong's expertise in blending electrification and performance points to a future where Bugatti could benefit from cross-brand technological synergies within the Volkswagen Group. This could mean Bugatti leveraging Audi's advancements to develop next-generation hypercars that meet modern expectations. However, market dynamics have intensified. New entrants and established brands are disrupting Bugatti's historical dominance, showcasing electric powertrains that deliver instant torque and high performance without the environmental costs traditional engines carry. Bugatti's reluctance or delay in fully embracing this transformation risks alienating younger, progressive buyers while its core clientele ages. The brand's exclusivity remains a bright star, but could become a double-edged sword if innovation stalls. Where once record-setting speed was sufficient, today's consumers seek hybrid performance paired with sustainability credentials and seamless digital experiences. Bugatti's ability to pivot on these fronts will define whether it remains a top contender or drifts toward niche obscurity. Beyond technology and market shifts, internal transformations may be required. Bugatti's culture and design philosophy must adapt to a new era. That demands leadership that embraces change without sacrificing heritage. And here, Mat Armstrong's influence, though centered in Audi, may represent a beacon of hope for Bugatti to revitalize its approach through shared innovation. The ripple effect of these challenges naturally extends to Bugatti's fiercest rival, Ferrari, a brand itself confronting the changing tides of ultra-luxury automotive competition. Ferrari's reaction and situation. Ferrari holds a unique place in automotive history, symbolizing racing passion, craftsmanship, and luxury that few brands rival. Unlike Bugatti, Ferrari's identity is deeply tied to motorsport success and a continuous lineage stretching back over 70 years. However, even Ferrari faces mounting challenges as market expectations evolve and technological disruption accelerates. Ferrari has made strides toward electrification with hybrid supercars like the LaFerrari and new plug-in models, but integrating electric technology without compromising its signature driving experience remains a delicate task. The spirit of a Ferrari is built on a visceral connection between driver and machine, powered by roaring engines and precise control, qualities not easily replicated by electric powertrains. This commitment to tradition is both Ferrari's strength and its vulnerability. As the industry pivots to electrification, emissions regulations tighten and buyers seek advanced tech features, Ferrari must innovate without losing the essence that has made it legendary. Coping with this balancing act is critical amid emerging rivals who embrace new technologies more rapidly. The CEO of Audi's announcement about Mat Armstrong heightens pressure on Ferrari. It signals a new kind of competition led by innovation-focused leadership capable of redefining hypercar potential. Ferrari risks being seen as reactive rather than proactive if it cannot keep pace with bold strategies like those Audi appears to be unveiling. Ferrari's current models continue to command admiration and exclusivity, but its roadmap for fully electric hypercars remains unclear. The luxury automotive landscape's shift towards sustainable propulsion challenges Ferrari to rethink performance metrics and design priorities without alienating purists. This transition will require not only technical excellence, but cultural evolution within the brand. Moreover, Ferrari's business model, which to date relies heavily on limited production runs and exclusivity, may need adjustment to meet changing consumer demographics. Younger buyers are more conscious of environmental impact and tech integration, expecting connectivity, personalization, and green credentials alongside traditional luxury. The historic tension between innovation and tradition plays out intensely within Ferrari's boardrooms. Some executives push for aggressive adoption of new technologies, while others caution against losing Ferrari's soul. The competitive threat from Audi, energized by Armstrong's vision, adds urgency to these internal debates. As Ferrari grapples with this moment, it faces a test of adaptability that could determine whether it extends its legacy into a new era or begins losing ground to visionary disruptors. The ultimate question is whether Ferrari can transform while staying true to its fiercely guarded heritage. The shifting positions of Bugatti and Ferrari showcase a broader industry upheaval, one where innovation, leadership, and vision govern survival and success on the ultimate stage of hyper-luxury cars. What this means for the industry. The announcement about Mat Armstrong's role at Audi signals more than just a shakeup within one company. It heralds a larger transformation in the ultra-luxury automotive industry. This sector, long dominated by traditional icons like Bugatti and Ferrari, faces an urgent imperative to innovate or risk obsolescence. Armstrong's leadership symbolizes a strategic shift toward combining cutting-edge technology with luxury performance in a way that could reset industry standards and expectations. At the core of this evolution is the push for electrification and sustainability, now inseparable from the definition of true innovation. Hypercar makers are no longer competing solely on horsepower and speed, but on how effectively they can integrate clean energy solutions without sacrificing excitement or exclusivity. Audi's move puts pressure on competitors to accelerate their own adoption of electrified platforms, or risk losing relevance with a new generation of eco-conscious consumers. The focus on digital connectivity and bespoke customer experiences also marks a profound change in how luxury cars are designed and marketed. Buyers increasingly demand personalized interactions that blend technology, craftsmanship, and exclusivity. This means manufacturers must rethink how they engage their clientele, transforming cars into digital and emotional experiences, not just engineering feats. Armstrong's reputation for blending brand storytelling with technology could be a key driver in this new approach. Another implication is heightened competition fueled by the integration of advanced materials and production methods. Audi, with its access to Volkswagen Group's extensive R&D resources, can leverage innovations like carbon fiber composites and next-generation batteries on a larger scale. This could enable the brand to rapidly develop hypercars that outperform rivals both technically and aesthetically, forcing the entire segment to innovate faster. Additionally, this shift alters the balance of power within the luxury car world. Established legends must now contend with manufacturers who embrace agility, interdisciplinary collaboration, and technological risk-taking. The storied heritage of Bugatti and Ferrari carries tremendous weight, but history alone won't guarantee longevity in a market reshaped by urgent environmental and technological demands. This dynamic also kind of signals a blending of that classic automotive craftsmanship with Silicon Valley's influence, where software data analytics and artificial intelligence will end up playing a bigger role, more and more. Cars are basically turning into platforms for continuous upgrades, plus new experiences, so the whole idea of static ownership and luxury gets pushed around a bit. Audi's strategic move under Armstrong could push that integration faster and maybe set new expectations for how quickly stuff gets innovated and how consumers get engaged. On the broader side of the industry, you'll probably see more partnership, more knowledge sharing, like actually leaning into it. The ability to collaborate across brands and even different sectors can become a competitive edge because companies can pool know-how in battery technology, digital infrastructure, and sustainable materials. Ultimately, Armstrong's appointment and Audi's ambitions read like a bellwether for where hypercars and luxury vehicles are headed. The industry feels like it's right on the edge of redefining what ultra-luxury even means, not just in terms of speed and design, but also environmental responsibility, technological sophistication, and fresh styles of customer connection. Anyone that adapts should do well, while others might just fade back into the past. Audi's bold move with Mat Armstrong challenges the status quo, signaling a new era where innovation, sustainability, and visionary leadership redefine the elite tier of the automotive world. If you found this deep dive into Audi's game-changing announcement insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the evolving world of luxury cars. Your support helps us bring you the latest stories and expert analysis, so stay tuned for the next big shift in automotive history.